Hello, my name is Lydia Ochoa. Welcome to my channel, It's Food and Roses. Today I am going to be making a quick bread, which will be a carrot quick bread actually. And the objectives for today will be, first, what is a quick bread? Second, what is the muffin mixing method? Third, we are going to also cover how to measure properly. And last, how to prepare grease and baking pan. We're going to start with what is a quick bread. A quick bread, as you already hear, it sounds very easy. Just a type of bread that will be made quick and baked quick. They do not require fermentation or proofing. Therefore, they use leavening agents as baking powder or baking soda, or they can actually use both. Because they do not require fermentation, what happens with the baking powder or baking soda is that while they're baking, they make a chemical reaction which creates air bubbles. Those air bubbles make the bread rise. We are going to talk about what is the muffin mixing method. The muffin mixing method is a method that we use where we combine the dry ingredients with the wet ingredients, and after we combine those, it creates a more dense type of cake, and they use it for quick breads or also for muffins. I'm going to teach you how to prepare a pan for baking, but I need to turn on the oven. Because we always have to make sure the oven is preheated. It is very important to have a preheated oven. Why? Because there is something called a spring something. I will come back with that on another video. Well, anyways, we're here. We have this. Now I already put the butter there, but you can use either butter or you can use either chardonnay. I think I'm gonna just go back there. Stay there. I know it's a lot of lights. Normally what I do is I put my hand in here and I will just roll it around and make sure that it's completely greased, because this will avoid when you turn it around and try to take it out of the pan, it doesn't stick to the pan. So it's very important that we do this. So after this is done, as you can see, well greased. Now we're going to add the flour. So it's good that we grease it properly right before. So once again, you hold it from here and you just tap it. After it's completely coated with the flour, what I normally do is that with my right hand, I will put this here. The flour that is left over, take it with my hand and then just do this. Whatever is missing, just keep on tapping. Whatever is left, toss it away. And we are done. This is totally perfect, ready. How to measure properly. So this is the white flour here. What we do is that we add all of the flour. For you to measure flour or sugar properly, you use a knife, the back of the knife, and you just pass it so that you make sure that it's clean. Then you just put it here. So the recipe contains 2 cups of flour. You can do 1 cup of wheat flour, 1 cup of white flour. You can do 2 cups of white flour. Now, if you use 2 cups of wheat flour, you have to make sure or keep in mind that it will be a denser cake. We also are going to use 1 tablespoon of baking powder, 1 teaspoon of baking soda, 1 tablespoon of cinnamon powder, and 1 teaspoon of nutmeg powder. Also, we are going to use 1 cup of sugar. Now you can interchange. I like to do half cup of brown sugar and half a cup of white sugar. You can do 1 whole cup of white sugar, or you can do 1 whole cup of brown sugar. It's all up to you. However, now for the white ingredients, we're going to do half a cup of oil, and I'm going to show you once again how to measure it. When it comes to the liquids, we need to make sure that we have a liquid measuring cup. So half a cup will be pretty much over here. I don't know if you're able to see it. So the right way to do it is to put it. Don't do it like this, because you're going to be moving the oil. So just put it here, and then just add it here until half a cup. Perfect. We we got half a cup here. We are going to need 4 eggs, 1 cup of applesauce. Now when it comes to the applesauce, you can play a little bit around it with it. You can do your crushed pineapples if you want to, but make sure that it's 1 cup. Now 4 cups of carrots. I grated them in the food processor to make them easier. We're going to have added ingredients to it, and those two will make up of 1 cup. So I did 3/4 of walnuts. I don't know if you've been able to see. And then because I did that, then I did a 1/4 cup of raisins. Now you can play around once again. You can do half a cup of walnuts and half a cup of raisins, or you can just do 1 whole cup of walnuts or 1 whole cup of raisins. Whatever works for you. So as you already know, we have the 2 cups of flour here. I'm just gonna add them in a medium bowl. Then I did half cup of brown sugar. Then I'm going to do half cup of, okay, at this I'm not able to put it in. So this is not the right way to do it. So half a cup of white. So half and half. And then you mix them together with 4 spoons. Now we're going to mix the wet ingredients. We also need to add cinnamon, baking powder, baking soda, salt. So I was mentioning, we combine all of the dry ingredients, which are here. Then after that, we are going to combine the wet ingredients, which first of all, the eggs, we're gonna mix them. And we're going to combine the applesauce as well, because it can be considered as a wet ingredient. Oh, perfect. Combined into the bowl. Fine how this works. So now with the spatula, you're going to fold it. So fold it means this. Take from the bottom to the top, from the bottom to the top. You have to make sure that you don't over mix this. So only until well combined. Perfect. After this looks like this, which is fine. Once again, it doesn't have to be very, very mixed because we want to avoid the over mixing. Now we're going to add the carrots, 4 cups of carrots. So once again, it looks kind of dry, but once you put it in the oven, this will be totally different. I hope so. I'll be honest with you guys. Actually, the way that I do this one is not the quick bread version. What I do is that I mix the egg with the sugar, more aerated cake. Also that helps out with like putting air into the bread, but I know this one will come out perfectly fine as well. So as you guys already saw, after everything was just kind of combined, then I added the walnuts and the raisins. Another hint for you is that you can also bake the nuts before adding them, and this will also give it a lot of flavor to the cake or to the bread. And you can also use cranberries as well. You don't have to only use raisins. You can use cranberries, you can use something else. So put it here. All we need to do is just put it here. Right now. Okay. In the oven. So for the oven, it's 45 minutes to an hour. Alright, so this is ready to go in the oven. Alright, cake is ready. How do you know when the cake is ready? Well, after 45 minutes, which was the time that it was ready, you take a toothpick and just put it in, and if it comes out clean, it means that it is ready. Now, I'm not gonna do that because the cake is already it's already ready. Okay, so now we're gonna take this out of the pan. So I let it cool for like 5-10 minutes. So this is a cool rack, you know, to actually aerate the cake. We'll just put it here for now. So how you take it out with a knife. So you just, what I like to do is that I pour it and then I like to push it a little bit, just to create a little force so it comes out quicker or easier. Now you use a plate to make sure it's the same size of this, and yeah, this is a great size cake. And you just turn it around. And you hear that, you turn that. Yes, that's what you need to hear. Oof! You see this? There's a little piece of the cake. You see that there? You gotta see it. Do you see it there? Just like brown sugar. I think there was like a brown sugar thing that exploded into the cake. And look at this beauty now. It looks amazing. Now, also something that is very important for you to keep in mind, don't put a lot of flour because this happens. You see this white things here? That happens. So make sure you don't put that much flour into the cake. But now we have to try it, right? I can't wait to try this. So just cut it, you know, wherever you want to cut it. And still hot. The best thing to do is to wait for it to cool down, but I can't wait. I want to try this already. Oh my. Can you see this? Make sure I get closer to you. That's brown sugar over there. The brown sugar like exploded and made a hole. I'm afraid if it did that on everywhere. Yes, it did actually. Look. And that's the reason why I normally, when I put the brown sugar, I mix it. But this time was different. But take a look at this beauty here. I need coffee for sure. It's very soft. Like very, very soft. It tastes nutty, it tastes soft. It actually doesn't taste that dense. Like it crumbles in your mouth, but it's once again soft. Let's recap. What is a quick bread? What is a quick bread? You know, you should know by now. Quick bread is something that you make quick. You make it quick, you bake it quick, and it's done quick. You don't need to ferment it, you don't need to proof it. And you use baking powder or baking soda, or sometimes you use both ingredients on them. Second thing that we did was the muffin method. Once again, you combine all of the dry ingredients together, all of the wet ingredients together, and just put them together. You make a whole and just add all of the wet ingredients. After that, then you add or either the carrots, if it's a carrot cake, bananas, if it's a banana bread, or blueberries. You do add the fruits or the vegetables. And then at the end, you play around and add whatever you want to add. Like this cake, you can play so much with this one. As you guys already know, you guys already learned how to prepare a pan for baking, and also how to measure. And this will be pretty much it. Once again, my name is Lydia. My channel is Lids for Roses. Thank you very much, and so far, bye now. Hello? Okay, I need a spoon. A second. I need a fork. So going back, as where we were. I forgot what I was actually. Okay. Alright.